Hello and welcome to Östersund, Sweden, arguably the epicenter for winter sport in the country. We even had a bit of snow last night, late April. This week, host to the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship 2018, we find ourselves in the Östersund Arena. For our live coverage game this Tuesday, Russia will play Japan in Session 17 Group C. My name is Sander Elvog, and I'm joined by our fantastic Canadian curling expert, Kimberly Tuck. Good evening, or good afternoon, rather.
Good afternoon.
Let's have a look at Group C and how the teams stack up. Estonia way ahead at 5 wins, no losses. We have Russia and Finland with Lithuania at 3 wins. Japan, Kazakhstan, New Zealand with 1 win. Poland yet to pick up their first W so far through 4 games played. For Team Russia this afternoon is Daniil Garechev playing alongside Maria Komarova. And Team Russia is coached by Vasily Gudin. For Team Japan, Tsuyoshi Yamaguchi with Tatsuki Fujisawa and their coach, J.D. Lind. And the rules of play, Kimberly.
Each team is consisted of 2 players, 1 male and 1 female. There is 1 pre-positioned stone per team per end. They are going to throw 5 stones per end. There are 8 ends in this game with 22 minutes of thinking time. The first thrower will throw stones 1 and 5, middle thrower throwing 2, 3, and 4. The players can switch their positions at the conclusion of an end. No takeouts are allowed on any of the stones in play until the 4th played stone, and each team will receive 1 power play per team per game.
Well, there you have it. Mixed doubles rules made its debut at the Olympic Games this year in Pyeongchang, or more specifically in Gangneung. See the teams just having their final preparations, getting ready. They've had their pre-game practice, and in that pre-game practice there was a draw shot challenge to determine the advantage of last stone. Russia coming out on top, which means Japan will throw the first stone, and they play the yellow stones. Russia plays the red. And Japan sporting in some very funky yellow shirts. We've seen them before and at other events. They will match their stones nicely this afternoon. First stone is to be thrown by Tatsuki Fujisawa.
Japan will be looking to get this one into the 4-foot area here, preferably full 4, biting the button. The option, of course, is to come frozen to the stone or even tap it.
From Hokkaido, plays out of the Tokoro Curling Club in Japan.
Nice shot. Nice.
Nice start there by Japan.
Nice shot.
Was that a perfect shot, or do you prefer it a little further up?
I think you'd prefer it a little bit further up, biting the button, full 4.
Maria Komarova. She turns 20 today.
Yes, happy birthday.
Yeah, birthday girl. What could be better than a win as a birthday present? I don't think Japan will be giving away this game, though.
No, probably not. So a little bit heavy on that one. Rearranges the angles a little bit.
Tsuyoshi Yamaguchi lives in Karuizawa. That's where he trains and works. The same place that hosted the Olympic Games in '98, the first official Olympic Games for curling. Although that old arena is torn, and they've built a new fantastic facility where he works as a sports instructor.
So Japan getting that rock into a good position now. Russia's going to be playing the run back. We see a lot of these shots actually from Team Russia. They do prefer the upweight shots.
Well, 3 stones have been played, which means teams are not allowed to start making hits, removing stones from play, and that's exactly what Daniil Garachev is trying to do. Running the center guard back. Thought he was going to try and get some contact, but maybe just a bit wide on the throw. Does open it up.
Ooh.
どうだいバンパー幅
4フットよりちょい外ぐらいか4フットぐらい
この辺ねこの辺
うん半分ぐらいやってる感じ
ああそうだね 10.5
気持ちダウンな気がする
Yep. Hi! 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 Yes! Hi!
Japan playing a tap on this yellow stone here, trying to remove that yellow.
Yes, 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 yes!
Or that red, sorry.
Лоп.
That doesn't quite remove that red stone from the house.
0 контроль
Huge sweep by Fujisawa. Normally a skip for her women's team, but certainly knows how to sweep.
Yeah, she'll be in shape. Big season this year for them with the Olympic Games and
こうなりますから私
everything. So she'll have lots of training under her belt.
Без
Control.
легко свип
A little bit quieter weight on this shot here now.
свип да очень надо свип да держать
Trying to just hit this on the nose and sit frozen. Doesn't do that, but keeps the shooter in the house, just at the very edge of the 12-foot. Russia does have the last one advantage here, so Japan will be a little bit worried
ちょっとかぶってあ
with
げ
all
て
those reds in around.
さっちゃん張って
It's a very open end for mixed doubles.
最悪これでも悪くないよね
OK
Japan, instead of hitting that rock in the 4-foot, could have put a guard up on that shot of
もうちょい狭くない
Toyoshi's, try to force Russia a little bit
OK
more,
OK
but opted to play this end a little bit more open by hitting that rock. Looking to freeze to the back ones here now, sit third shot.
Where's good? Where's good? Where's good? Where's good?
あー待って
Seemed like Fujisawa's last call was just to hit the widest red stone. Ends up getting a little rub of both of them, actually. That works out.
Yeah, works out for them.
Japan sets 3.
Ну, сюда просто ролл. Если что, дабл. Бест какой?
Контрол.
Сейчас такая щетка была, ты в курсе?
Ну, так вы попали примерно.
Вот шутер твой.
Ну, чуть побольше, окей.
Russia looking for the hit and roll over to the left side as we see it here. And control weight and hopefully catching that back one, making the double. But I think their roll is going to be the more important of what they're playing here. Try to get the shooter in a good position.
Oh,
Control.
Sweep! Sweep! Oh, sweep!
Double.
Нет, 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 нет! Нет, нет, нет!
Looking pretty close here. Gets 1 and 2. Nice double.
Good shot.
Молодец, хороший бросок. Пашка. 9本
Nice controlled weight here by Team Russia. Keeps the shooter in play and removes those 2 stones. Important game for both these teams, Sander.
It's a tough group. Every game quite important. So many teams in it, 40 teams. Really got to win most of your games to make it through. Japan starting off with 2 losses. Picked up their first win yesterday. They'll probably be looking to win the remainder of the games. Doesn't get the double here. Potentially a double back for the Russians.
Смотри внимательно, она жестко
Last
кидала.
rock coming here now for Russia.
Она жестковато кидала,
Да,
повнимательнее.
я вижу.
Там валит.
Я знаю. Девять. Оу, поднять. Валить. Валить! Да-да-да, вали, 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 вали.
Okay. Yes.
Well, doesn't curl enough to get the double. Only 1 for Team Russia. But they will lead this game 1-0 after one end of play here in Östersund Arena. Second end underway. Russia leads by 1.
Линия супер.
Хороший вес.
Линия супер, чуть больше линии.
Веса чуть больше.
Чуть
Толкай.
больше линии, легко. Свип. Свип. Очень надо линию. Свип.
Вес.
Свип, толкаем.
Уже
Свип.
перевал или что?
Да, перевал идет.
This one over curling just a little bit. Line's not too bad if it stops about a rock higher. In play though, and Japan will have to deal with it.
I feel like we haven't seen too many of those first stones under curl. It's mostly over curling.
No, it mostly seems to be over curling. And it's over curling past the guard even on the swingy side. So just, again, it takes the first couple of ends to kind of figure out exactly where to put the broom. There's a nice shot there. Nice quiet weight, back 8 weight, tap and roll.
Да.
Remember, can't remove any stones from play, so she couldn't play that with any more weight than that. Needed to keep the opposition rock in play, or else the stone would have gone back and hers would have come off.
Daniil Garachev, the world champion and of the 4-person mixed
Темп небольшой.
competition.
Темп
It was
небольшой.
hosted in Kazan, Russia.
Небольшой темп.
Undefeated
Очень
run.
много линий, очень
10 wins.
много.
Ну, Маш.
Очень много линии. Валить. Валить. Давай, давай, давай.
This one actually undercurling a little bit, but
Много линий, это не информация.
weight was pretty close. Rolling away now gives opportunity for Japan to play
これか
either off that rock or they could ignore it and just draw another one right in there.
9
They do have hammer in this end.
아, 네. 9だったら。
やっぱ微妙かもやっぱり微妙かも
ドローする？
ロールだと縦に並んじゃうからさステイ
ステイ。
どう
うん、いいよ。
このぐらい開ければいいかなと思う
うん。
9秒
ちょいダウン 9.2。
Yep. Hi. 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 Yes. Hi. Hi. Clean, 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 clean.
I would have liked to let that one curl just a bit more if they could, try to get a little bit more of a roll in. Leaves an opportunity now for Russia to play a double.
Этот может здесь остаться, ты понимаешь? Всего кип.
А что, вести?
Вес какой?
Средний, если в самый край пойдем, будет супер.
Хорошо. Я думаю так.
Да.
Свип! Без свип! Свип линии очень надо, да, держать!
Quite a desperate line call from Komarova. Does get past the guard and makes the double.
Молодец.
Great shot.
Good sweep. It's a bit scary when you let go and all of a sudden you hear them screaming from the other end and you've got to get up and sweep your own rock. Touching all three. Leaves the shooter in a nice position.
ちょっとずつあいいか
Japan looking to push this rock maybe back through that hole a little bit, try and stay up in front here. Oops.
Okay. Okay. 12.8.
Good position there.
Нет, меньше веса будет, если что, выше.
Yeah, might see a similar shot from Russia here.
Yep.
Make the tap, get that red stone back four, a little bit further back. Gonna free up that yellow to perhaps be removed later.
Change up the angles a little bit.
Только вес. Линия чуть больше, пока чуть шире, только вес. Линия будет супер. Линия свип. О, воу, воу. Вес какой. Свип, 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 свип. Да-да-да, до конца супер идет. Да-да-да-да-да-да. Еще, еще. Молодец.
Leaves Japan's shot.
Vasily Gudin, coach for Team Russia. Certainly been a few events over the years, starting back in the World Juniors in 2010. After that, kind of been the coach at most events, especially for the men, but now also the mixed doubles in recent years.
Yeah, we've seen him in Canada actually at quite a few events. This team and the other Russian team played in several events over in Canada, so saw a lot of him this season. So looking to call an audible on this one, maybe. Works out.
Можно лучше с сыном. Так же, как ты везла только что первый камень. Можно с аутом чуть толкнуть. Тоже будет неплохо. А?
Here is
Но с сыном
JD Lind,
привести лучше.
the young coach
Если
from
ты сына сюда
Canada.
приводишь, то
He's worked with
Давай с Антоном как первый.
Japan curling for quite a few years now. Joined
Не, давай с
teams.
аутом, наверное, лучше.
at the Olympic Games.
Я не знаю, как удобнее, просто тут можно ошибаться в лоб, и тогда это форс. А так только сюда. Окей, чуть привал.
Я
Лоб
поеду
хорошо.
как ты, я думаю, меня не сильно, не больше свалит.
Тут
So Russia
хорошо
looking
едет.
to just freeze one down onto this Yellowstone here. Try to get it in a good position so that it can't be removed by Japan.
А первый был 70.
Да. Хороший вес, что
Линию
линия?
чуть больше пока.
Контакт.
Вот, ждать.
Контакт.
Ждать линию легко.
Контакт.
Свип! Свип! О, только вес, линия супер, держать до конца. Супер идет, да. Воу, 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 нет, 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 нет.
Very intense line call. Again from Komarova.
Я думаю, красный.
I think it's enough for Shotstone.
Might go with yellow on this one.
ギリ負けてるかも。
Very
Хороший
balanced
вес, что линия?
slide.
Чуть больше пока.
Контакт.
Вот, ждать.
Контакт.
Ждать линию легко.
Контакт.
Свип! Свип! О, только вес, линия
Very
супер,
intense.
держать до конца.
In every shot, it's hard
Супер
not to be in
идет,
mixed
да.
doubles
Воу,
though.
воу, воу, нет, 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 нет.
It is a draw for Satsuki Fujisawa.
悪くないよ。
Question is it for 1 or 2? We shall see.
ライン待ってるよ。お、お。
Haven't played down this side as much, so
ライン完璧。入って。
Looking pretty
kind
good
of
here.
touch the red, it won't hurt.
Faint touch, if anything.
So one for sure. I'm gonna go with 2 on this one. What do you think, Sander?
I think red.
メジャー、メジャー、メジャー。
Just
Looks like they're gonna call for the measure, so
just to disagree with you.
you do have younger eyes than me, but I feel like it's yellow.
А, чуть подвинул его.
Да, я видела.
1 point for sure for Japan. That would tie the game.
Боялась, что перебивали.
Japan with the yellow, Russia with the red.
簡単になっちゃう。
We'll have the umpire come out to measure.
もうちょい内側入ったら
気持ちね。そしたら
See the dial, turn. Past, is it that, the 7, 8? 9 actually. And this one, the red, not quite. It is yellow. All 2 points for Japan. Oh, asking for a second measure though.
Oh,
渡ってちょっと外行って。
So I'll just readjust
どっちだよ。
the needle just a tiny bit to get a new measure on it.
yeah, umpire will try to get a different reading just to try and
One
show something different.
just to the 3, I think. Although my young eyes aren't working as properly as you might think. To the 2 on the red. Still looks like yellow.
Thank you.
Indeed, 2 points for Japan. Maybe that faint touch did enough. And it's a 2-1 game for Japan after 2 ends.
右アウトでやるかな。
簡単
アウト、あれ宮本さんアウトやったんか。でも私さっき1エンド目インターンからやった。
Satsuki Fujisawa threw a beautiful draw in the second end to score 2. Now looking for this first stone to set up the third end for Japan. Should curl enough if the weight is there, but maybe a couple of feet heavy.
Yeah, it looks a little heavy. It's going to get to the red one, but going to roll off.
Would have curled in time. Get about a foot of curl in the last 2 feet of running. Really late finish.
Yeah, lots of curl out here.
You need that for the mixed doubles, though, to make it exciting.
Yeah, it's not a lot of fun playing on ice that doesn't curl a lot. So you see where the guard is positioned here on the sheet. This is the pre-positioned spot that they would have chosen at the beginning of the event for the guard. This is all based on how much that ice is curling. So if the ice is a little bit straighter, you would see the rock come out a little bit to allow them to be able to get around it. So there's 3 options that they can choose, 6 positions, I believe, with the guards. And that would have been determined by the umpires before the game, or before the event, sorry.
I believe they have the opportunity to change that in case the ice changes.
Yep. Yep, they'll always monitor it, and as long as everything stays the same, they'll leave it. But if it needs to be moved, they will make a decision on that and inform all the teams that the guard position will be moved.
Wait, good.
Again, just a foot too much of weight from Japan. Wanted to get to that red stone.
Да. Вот, мне нравится, чуть внутрь будет зайти.
Нормально, и так, и так.
Вес.
4 за.
6 за.
4-6 за.
Легко.
Вес супер.
Свип. Вес.
Вес супер.
Не бросать, не
This one's a little
бросать.
tighter to the guard here. He's going to have to work hard to get it by.
Я вчера играл.
Мало льда или что?
I don't want to roll it off. Open that up a little bit.
Мало веса.
А?
Веса мало. あ、こっちかだね。どっちか。うん。えっと？
いや、ダブルだわ。
うん、いいよ。
あ、それでワンツー。
ええ、あ、外行くよりかは。早いの。
Just trying to figure out if they want to play the hit and roll or the double. Probably both options will be okay.
Yeah, ただロールでもいいかなとこっち来たら思うね。
シューターは残したいけど。
Big weight coming here.
Whoa! Yes! Yes! High! High! Yes, 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 yes! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
So it doesn't make the double, but does remove the stone from the top of the floor, and the one jams into the back, but it rolls off enough to leave Russia sitting 2 here, or Japan sitting 2, sorry. A lot more weight at that than I thought he might throw, actually.
ワンツーあると今は。
This will be a new spot for them in the ice here, so.
Double? Pampa? これする。自分にする。
パンパン。
So Japan looking to play the rock in the back of the button. Bumper weight, I believe I heard. So a quiet weight shot, try to remember to keep the shooter around. This one just over curling a little bit. Russia sitting second shot.
Меньше веса.
Надо, чтобы он лучше оставался.
Хочешь, повезем? За гард. Нет, за другой. Сюда будет неплохо.
Trying to figure out where the best place is to put this, that they might be able to make the next shot for Japan harder and in the end be able to have a shot for a multiple score.
Надо чуть-чуть перевал. Можешь вес поменьше делать?
Меньше веса, да.
Линия нормальная была.
So again, not going to be playing a lot of weight. You can tell by the ice that they're taking here. Probably something in the lines of board control.
Вес какой?
Такой же. Нет, чуть меньше.
Сейчас, пошел валить. Вали, вали,
So now asking for him to switch sides to try and get it to curl.
Окей, это неплохо.
That's not too bad there.
Yeah.
Quite steep, double angle. Could play the hit and roll.
Got a couple of catchers on this side here that she can use if she needs.
こっち黄色ギリギリでもないか。
ギリギリではない。
いやアウトかな。
I definitely want to be inside here. Don't want a nose hit and leave the nose back for 2. Either make the roll or even curl a bit too much.
Yeah, if they can hit and roll a little bit to the left as we see it there, stay shot, that'll give them some nice backing on their rock here, which might force Russia to have to just play a straight hit for 1 or a draw for 1, depending on where this rock ends up. She might be playing the thin double, is she? Yep, she is.
There we go, and look at that
Good
action
shot.
on the shooter. Spins right up underneath the corner guard.
Sometimes we're not sure until they're coming out what the shot they're playing.
See the shooter here. Double and spins a good couple of feet right back up.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Nicely thrown, well managed down the ice.
いいとこ入った。
わかるね。
最後ね。見てください。
So it's a draw against 3. And where those guards are placed kind of takes away the natural button draw.
Yep, she'll have to do a new path here. So they'll want to watch this one going down the ice.
Я добавила внимательный вес.
Вес хороший.
We have seen in some of these spots where they've started to die a little bit earlier.
Yeah, come inside the button draw, catch a bit of fresh pebble. Grabs the bit. Well, this is looking pretty good coming down from Maria Komarova.
Needs a piece of the 4 for shot.
Хорош.
That's a good draw.
Sits
Okay, one
in
red.
time. 1 red for Russia, and it's a tied game here. 2 points each through 3 ends of play.
А сколько было?
90.
Thank you.
誕生日。
誰？
Спасибо. Спасибо.
Fans and coaching staff singing the happy birthday song for Maria Komarova. The festive hats are out as well.
У меня аж очки вспотели.
We've got World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship action here in Östersund Arena in Sweden. Komarova turning 20 today, got the birthday song
Это гард.
Да, ниже, ниже.
before the end started. Is that a nice boost to have?
Давай, 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 давай.
Yeah, I think so. Nice to have fans in the stands, of course, cheering you on. And it's always nice to have your birthday acknowledged. So I'm sure she'll appreciate that.
I see a couple of these guys, most of the events, good singers, got that really deep voice that carries through the whole arena. I heard some songs being sung in North Bay during the World Women's Curling Championship. There are a lot of people in. They certainly appreciate it. Got a lot of applause for the songs. Were quite often in Russian as well.
It's one of the nice things about playing in an arena, in an event like that, where you've got different countries and different groups of fans that come in, and you get to hear all the bells and the horns and the singing and the chants. Makes it fun to curl when you're out there with that.
I never see the Mount Fiji hat. Supporting Team Japan. We got Team Scotland in to watch a game. Only about a game a day for the mixed doubles team, so certainly some time to fill.
It's a little bit of a lax schedule with so many teams and only 5 sheets of ice to get all the games in. I think the most they play is 2 games, but it's every other day almost even.
I believe 7 games in 6 days.
Yeah, that's true actually.
Линия чуть больше пока. Линия больше,
They
только вес.
might as well take in some of the action. It might be the,
Ждать, пока
well,
свалит.
certainly the biggest event of the week here in Östersund.
О, веса больше.
It's always nice to watch the sheet you're going to be playing on next too. So I would imagine if we looked at the schedule that Scotland is probably playing on the sheet that they're watching. Or maybe you're looking and trying to scout out your opponent
フリーズかな。
for the upcoming game.
早いと多分。
Or because you get to see each other a lot, just cheering on some friends.
ああ、それいいかもね。
ハク？
あ
So Japan not wanting these rocks up there.
あ、オッケー。
We've got hammer, of course. And Russia is sitting shot right now, so going to be removing these.
I was hoping to either roll up and out with the shooter or spill through. Leaves the shooter right at the edge of the center line.
Russia's going to try and put another one in. They have the option of going either turn. I agree with Maria. I like this turn better. Sets up the line for your shooter, gives you some backing, curling into those rocks in the back four as opposed to away from them.
Сюда. Чуть шире встала.
Not taking a lot of ice here, though. We've seen most of the games where they've been taking ice into the 12-foot.
Russia does throw a bit of rotation on the south turn.
О, линия есть.
Might run a bit straighter.
Линия чуть больше, линия супер. Свип не
Probably one mind
бросай, не
overbearing
бросай.
here, just so there's not too big of a target on the run back at Yellowstone top 12. Just squeaks past the guard.
Поднять, поднять, поднять.
Не
Поднять.
Very nice draw.
Yeah, very good. Well played.
Well, it is the run back on the stone top 12, I think. Over curling, catching the guard.
I think that's one of the things when you're transferring from the four-person game to the mixed doubles game is just that
По центральной.
putting the broom down for those up weight shots because you don't have the two sweepers that can hold it. So just maybe need to adjust that just a little bit, give himself just a bit more ice maybe.
По центральной.
That might be missing the guidance of Yusuke Morozumi. Skip on his men's team.
True.
It is quite a different thing to...
Put your own ice down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guard.
Только вес.
Russia looking to put the guard back up here. We've seen it's a little bit difficult to get guards on the right spot, so
Ждем. Валить.
very weight sensitive in terms of where the finish is.
I definitely had a spell where I had to practice by myself quite a lot, and if I had the broom, I could make a shot. I'm so used to putting the ice down for myself. And I believe I played Winter University games once where one of the players on the Chinese team actually didn't get the broom put down. The skip would just step back, call the shot, and say, go ahead.
Oh, really?
Have a crack at it.
Wow.
So clearly another athlete who had that problem.
You do spend, you know, a lot of times, especially if you're on a team where you're in different parts, that practicing on your own. But again, because these two don't play mixed doubles together and have been mostly playing four-person curling up until now, so still probably getting used to where the broom needs to go for themselves and each other.
No, Yamaguchi gets to practice with his teammates quite a lot. They're all stationed in the same place.
10? 10? 9?
ちょっと早いか攻めすぎか
9半 ?9 半
もうちょっとあるか4フットぐらいか
何秒 ?10 秒
9半
黄色のエッジよりもうちょい取るぐらい
いや多分それだと狭いと思う
OK
ここにノーズでしょ
うん
4フットよりちょっと内側ぐらいかな
OK 10秒に近いよ
Quite a controlled weight here.
3 4 yeah
Probably about what they were hoping to do.
Yeah, I think they're trying to remove the red rock from the guard there and spin their shooter over to bite the 12-foot and remove their yellow back to the back of the house.
Yeah, just to leave as many yellows in the house as possible.
Yeah.
Maybe try and scare Russia.
Now Russia will have to be careful where they put the guards, making sure that they're guarding the double side of this rock. So making sure that they're guarding the right side of the stone, which is where
Да, я тебе сказала.
Japan would need to hit it to make the double and remove cleanly past their yellow in the back four. So line's important on this one.
Japan will probably have a shot off that top yellow, try and round that back, try and double the reds, but tough shot. So, can never guard everything.
Гард.
No.
Надо очень.
Свип, оу, поменяться, если можно.
Вес 25.
Поменяться!
25.
Валить!
Switching sides now to try and help the rock finish.
25.
Валить, супер идет, валить! Да,
You
да,
usually
да,
do.
да, да, валить! Еще, супер идет, еще, валить, валить, валить! Валить! Хорош.
Might just be enough. Good example there of having the person in the house holding the broom to be able to call the line, depending on whether it's a line shot or not.
これが意外と転がんないんじゃないか。
Значит, сильно может просто пробить, что есть точка, другая сторона.
でも当たればいいよ
こんなもんしか見えてない。
9?
これがあとどのぐらいでね、多分この辺しかいかないんですよ。
9でも
半分なら。
Heard a 9.
あ
あ、これ？
9 seconds hog to hog. About normal.
Yep.
So maybe try and
ーいや行くと思う
Thread the port here and hit what they can see and make the double.
10?
Not an easy shot, but they feel that it's there, so they're going to give it a go.
switch it up to 10 seconds now, I believe. So just having slightly less weight, just to get that little bend and around the guard. I need to finish a little bit past the red center guard.
With a 10 weight, they'll have to be, the sweeper will have to be leery of that rock that's sitting on the button. They'll want to be sweeping that one to get it out of play. Try to count all those yellows in.
Last stone fourth end, Satsuki Fujisawa with Yamaguchi on the broom, trying to sweep this past the center guard. They are past, and the corner as well, and moves both reds enough for one.
Good try, though.
Very close to two.
Nice throw.
It's maybe slightly overswept on the line, but that's still a very good shot. And a point for Japan. They lead it 3-2 at halftime. Teams will have a break, and they'll be back on in a few moments for the conclusion of this exciting game. Second end. Satsuki Fujisawa. Well, the draw for 1 or 2. Very close for second shot. Actually gets a very faint touch on the red. Definitely 1. And after a measure, it would be 2 for Japan, leading at 2-1 after 2 ends of play. The third end, Japan line 3. Maria Komarova. The last stone, just trying to catch a piece of that forfeit. Almost running out of rings, but well set in time.
Okay, 1 red.
1 point for Russia. Birthday song sang for Komarova, turning 20 today. As we move to the 4th end, Fujisawa trying to thread this port for a multiple score. Gets enough for 1.
Nice shot.
So Japan leading at 3-2 after 4 ends. Taking a look at the numbers, it's been a very well played game so far. You can see Japan with a bit of an edge on Russia, percentage-wise, but on the scoreboard is as even as it goes for a curling game. Japan up by 1, but Russia with that last stone advantage. So 4 ends left in this one. And I'm excited, Kimberly.
Yeah, it's been a really good game. Lots of nice shots made. Lots of angles used.
こっちは使ったで、こっちはね、相手ラストストーンのロー 14.1。
So discussing the different sides and which side they'd prefer to throw this first rock down.
大丈夫。毎回それクエスチョンだ。
See those pre-positioned stones again. Mixed doubles curling. You'll get into the action right away. Satsuki Fujisawa having a brilliant game so far.
いいよ。
ちょっとある。
ある。待てるよ。いいよ、ライスキー。
ちょっと絞ってるかな。
ウェイトだけ。ライは完璧。ちょっと曲がり強いわ。ちょっとオーバーカールだよ。
ちょっとや。
So looking to bring this one into the front of the forefoot here somewhere. A little bit of an overcurl, so they're going to leave it a little higher.
У нее где стоит 6?
Gives Russia the opportunity to get around it, but that yellow rock will be there for Japan to use.
And no need to be too close to those guards to get buried.
Я добавила.
Веса нету.
It's almost like that guard isn't there, really.
Yeah, sometimes.
Нормально идет.
A little bit more room on the guard for Russia, but this one is a bit shorter of pace. Ends up top 12.
OK。でもちょっと締まってそう。
OK。
So Japan now looking to draw one into the forefoot here, wanting to set second shot. Here you can see a good shot of how and where that rock starts to break, and how much line he had taken at first, and where this is going to get to. Lots of curl in this ice. A little bit underswept, I think, but
Нет, через красный.
А?
В красный попасть. Да.
С интурном?
Да.
Мне еще так нравится.
Если чуть шире или чуть уже, он полностью почти закрыт.
big weight shot coming here from Russia.
Пожестче.
Широко уехал.
Looking to catch the guard onto the side of their red stone there and run it back into those yellows. Under curls, just gets the guard.
Okay. Back right. 10でもいい感じ？こちらが曲がるからね。
これいい？ちょっと曲がりやすそう。
回ってるよ。
おお。
ウェイトいいよ。
おお、まだまだまだまだまだ。
Japan looking to tap this yellow, try to get it into a little bit better position.
ウェイトいいよ。
おおお。
ウェイト。
フリー。Oh, sorry. 12.9.
Вот так.
Is she going to take a run at this? Try to open this
Ну
up
смотри,
now.
чтобы у тебя 2 камня остались.
They do have
Я
hammers, so
постараюсь, Маш. Там надо просто разбить все. Я не знаю, как.
I'd like to score in this end if possible.
Sweep. Sweep. Sweep.
Стой.
Ado?
Not exactly what they wanted, but still get some things moved a little bit here. Gives them a little bit more room. Do have a red in front now that they might be able to use.
2点あるここから。
まないか。
こっち？こっち？
こっちじゃない？
Japan could run this back here onto their yellow, hitting the right side of their yellow stone, which would remove the red stone they're hitting and their back red one.
キーやられたらやばい。
キーキーって。
Gonna have a look at this here.
Ah.
Other option is throw the guard.
ちょっと怖いけど、でもこれは結構安全だからね。
ああ、それもいいね。ワン、ツー、スリーだね。そうするか。
9半
10？ 9？
9半ぐらいでいいんじゃないかい。
9
多分曲がると思うけど。
さっき投げたんだよね、あそこ。センターに乗りそうになってから曲がるから。
Suzuki coming down to sweep, so I'm gonna go with maybe they're playing the hit on this one, Xander.
Well, I believe your Japanese is spot on, so.
Quieter weight here, try to keep the shooter around.
Whoa! Whoa! Yep! Whoa! 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 Green! Okay, thank you.
Можешь
Нет,
делать
конечно, надо стей бить.
фриз.
Thank you.
Ой, стей.
Стей.
Ты здесь уже бил стей.
Можно вести не прям стей, а чуть от лба, потому что этот камень тоже сдвинется. Нет, по-другому.
Чуть не давал, можно.
Можно небольшой.
Another one has been tight coming up.
Давай хотя бы попасть.
She's calling him on right away.
Да. Шутер обязательно. Да.
О,
Убери.
серьезно.
Japan now sitting second, third, and fourth. It's going to want to remove this so that they're sitting 4.
Прикрыл, да?
Should force Russia into a single point here. in the 5th end.
センターにさ、あれセンターにこっちだから、さっき俺センターよりちょっと向こうだったからさ、ちょっと曲がるかも、センター付近だったら。大丈夫？
Wanting first to make sure we have contact with the stone. Roll is second. Hit the rock first.
Nice shot.
Sits just enough.
Russia didn't really even sweep that one.
Nice shot.
I think it might be out counting the red.
Окей, вес как обычно, 8-5-9.
Pretty close.
I'm going to go with yes from this angle. Just because of the way that red's looks up there with that yellow's frozen, and the yellow looks like it's into the 12-foot. So I'm going to say yes. They are sitting 4.
No, not really any backing for this one for Komarova. Should be pretty straightforward, but always a little tougher facing a huge bundle of opposition stones. Gorachev on the sweep. This is bending early. Is it as keen down this spot? It is actually on the yellow here. And that is 2 for Japan. Wow. It's a little tight for line.
Yeah, she had lots of room to be able to take the same path as she would have taken for the draw around the center guard. So I'm a little surprised that she got over that far.
Well, with 2 points for Japan, it's a 5-2 game after 5 ends here. Welcome back in action here. World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship. It's Russia playing Japan. But a steal of 2. Japan really taking a strong hold on the game. But now Russia electing to use their power play to maybe tie this game up.
I'm not surprised to see them call the power play in this end. Again, the power play is the option of moving the pre-positioned stones from the center of the sheet to either side of the sheet. Decision is the team calling the power play on which side they'd like to use. Japan there trying to play that push the guard into the rings, roll the shooter out of play type of tick shot that we see teams using when they're in the lead. Would have liked to have that guard get into the rings a little bit, but exposes that red stone, so they'll be happy with that.
Линия чуть больше.
Да я вижу,
Пошел
это очень
валить.
много. Нельзя пока.
Вали ниже.
Надо выше оставить, Маш. Куда? Сюда свалить? Не свалится. Нормально, молодец.
Ah, そうだね。これに当たっちゃうよりはこれに当たって こうなるのは悪くないね。
でもさ、相手こっちはあるけどね。もしさ、こう狙
So
う。
here the decision is Japan cannot remove any of these stones yet.
ちょっと取ってもらっていい？これ
Try to figure out what to do with it. In 4-person play, you'd be hitting these rocks all day long, but in mixed doubles, you are unable to. So gonna play the draw around the center guard.
13点。
9。
8。
これ最後ちょっと曲がり遅いやつね。
Quite a bit of difference in ice that they're taking in comparison to the Russian team. Russians were almost into the 8-foot here, and Japan taking edge of 12.
Yeah, Kurachev usually has a bit more of a positive outturn, especially we see Yamaguchi curl quite a lot, sometimes actually losing its handle at the very end. This looks slightly more positive.
Weight's nice on this, so they're going to want to watch where they put it so that Russia can't run their red back onto it. Couple of options here for Russia. You can play the run.
Я не знаю. Мне нравится, наверное,
Red on to
выталкивать,
yellow.
если
They
что, делать
can
вот так.
play a freeze or play a bit of a tap on that rock, try to
Или
move it
если что,
back.
красный
Если
разводить.
что, красный развести мне больше нравится.
Окей. 4. Да, вот так.
Playing the split on the front
Yes.
here, I
Backline.
think.
I think maybe
Больше
they're
тогда щетки.
trying to come through the hole, and the split's
Yep.
always the option.
Yeah.
Нет, Даня, ошибаться все-таки в
Wanna
этот гард.
Да, да, да.
Разведем, у них идеальная ситуация стоит.
Я
Tight
понимаю.
court.
Yeah. Even if you touch the guard, open up the yellow, spin the shooter into the rings, it's also pretty good. Just want to make sure you don't throw so much weight that you just feather off your own red and through the house. This back line is called.
Легко,
Backline.
легко. Свип, свип, свип. Очень надо свип. Да, 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 нельзя стей.
Going to be on the yellow one here.
Да, Даня, ты...
Маш, ну мало ли, да, что ему.
Да это веса
Don't
мало.
think that was fully backline for weight.
No.
Таким посильнее.
Top 4 even mostly. Didn't bump that rock, only moved it 4 feet or so, so closer to draw weight, I'd say.
Маш.
Again, just might be that path too, right? Getting inside that
こんなもんだろ幅。
4-foot line where we don't see very many draws come, so might have got fooled a little on that.
このもん行ってみていい？
I believe a chance for Japan to start ripping some
い
red
や、広い
stones.
かな。8なら。
Might just be peeling this one on the wing.
8半かな。
Whoa! Clean! Yes! Clean! Whoa! Whoa! Stay. Thank you.
That's what they do. Nose hit. Japan lies 3.
Хотя бы сюда.
Russia will try and come off this yellow. Either make the double or the hit and roll. As we see Vasily Gudin sitting next to Dan Rafael. Two heavy hitters of coach staff.
I'm surprised that Japan didn't try and roll that in, just so that Russia wouldn't have this in off now, or roll out, one of the two. They could roll in, might give Russia a bigger target, but this shot's here. Oh,
The peel.
she's stepping up,
Let's
so too much weight maybe.
Okay?
10。
Probably see the same from Japan. Maybe make the roll this time. Might have been trying for the roll in the previous one.
Maybe.
Just under curls.
We're not sitting behind the sheets, so it's a little bit difficult to tell sometimes.
ちょっとあるかな。
I'm not sure if there'll be third shot with a nose hit this time, so might want to be rolling it at least a little bit towards the center line, but does not. Definitely no need for Russia to be making a play on that stone on the wing now.
Хочешь, попробуем просто вытолкнуть его? Мне нравится, что как-нибудь так и будет, может быть, дабл. Блин, не знаю, как здесь пойдет. Все, окей, чуть сильнее.
Мы здесь просто целый энды играли. Backline?
So trying to get through the port here and play the rock on the button.
Sweep. Yes.
Back.
Oh.
Back.
Sweep. Sweep.
Back.
Sweep. 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 Oh. Oh. Нет.
Убери.
Oh, that works.
Outside.
Gets a bit of a redirect.
Good heads up line call there by Maria.
こんなもんだね。
OK。
芯よりちょっと。
This time had a bit more than backline.
Not surprising with it being late on his first one that he wasn't making sure he was backline on this one.
Double is called for Japan. Slight stumble out the hack for Fujisawa.
外外は？
Oh, yeah, 遅い遅い遅い遅い。
I might have thrown this wide.
Okay.
Hoping to maybe get the slash instead, but does not. So that leaves a shot for two for Russia. The question is draw or hit.
Draw.
Наверное, да.
Okay.
He's safe.
Maria favoring the draw. We'll see that slide again, just slightly unbalanced coming out. Just push that a little bit inside out.
Curls a couple inches. She might get it the opposite way though.
パワープレーか。
チーパワープレイする？いいんだね。もうチャンスがないかもしれない。
It is the out-turn draw. Do have the option of rubbing off the yellow, so quite important to communicate this well.
No board тогда. Oh.
If
Yes, линия супер.
it ever is a little heavy or wide. So far, they're looking pretty happy with it.
Линия супер.
Вес тоже.
Good weight, past that guard. No problems here for Maria Komarova. That is 2 points up on the board for Russia. A successful power play end. And they're back in this one. 5-4 for Japan.
Okay, guard или draw? Или...
サイド、反対サイド、俺ら3点別に欲しくない。一応さっきの話だと。
Нет, борт тоже нормально. Просто приз.
Two red points up on the board indicating a power play end for Russia. They've used that to success, score 2 points. But now Japan will use their power play right back. Of course, can only use it with the last on advantage, so might as well use it before it's too late. You're not allowed to use it in an extra end. What are the options you have playing against the power play, especially with that first stone?
Мы гард ставим, Даня.
Я прекрасно
So,
понимаю, но это третий максимум.
They can throw a guard.
Линия супер.
They can throw it top 4 because they can't hit it yet. They can freeze to the one on the wing. Looking to throw the guard here.
So Japan, I believe, takes the corner guard, try and move it up. In the previous end.
Yes, and because they're in the lead, they want to get rid of a rock in the out in the guard position, push it into the ring, so eventually they'd be able to remove it.
With Russia trailing in the game, they need to be a little more aggressive. Is that what you're saying?
Yep, yep. You're going to need to have some guards up there and try to steal.
Looks like the tech shot maybe here from Fujisawa. Indeed it is.
If you can roll this one into the rings, this would be really nice. Yeah, that's a great shot.
A pistol from Fujisawa.
Might have been a new trick she was learning. Being a skip, she probably doesn't get the opportunity to play the tick shot very often.
No, that's true. You can see she's having a fantastic game so far, throwing 88%, very high numbers for a mixed doubles game. Even Komarova is having a good game at 73.
Линия sweep. Sweep.
So Russia's going to be looking to try and put something in play over here on the side. Trying to make use of that guard that's up there.
Чуть контакт.
Of course, now
Контакт.
Japan can hit.
Легко. О,
Ну куда же сразу?
Нормально. Я же не знала, какой вес.
Ну так а зачем кричать? Спроси, какой вес.
Так скажи. Нормально?
Playing a quiet weight shot here now, so they be able to use the curl on the ice to get around that corner guard to remove that red rock. Starting to move now. Nice patient line call there by Fujisawa.
A very good throw by Yamaguchi. Perfect weight.
Крис нас не устроит, он будет хуже.
Looked very much in control there.
Делать тэп надо.
Ну тэп делай такой же вес.
Нужно почти в лоб, чтобы у нас оставалось хотя бы
Я
подушка.
понимаю.
Makes it a bit tough for Russia here, leaving the shooter where they did Japan. You can't freeze onto it for shot. Tough to come around. You see Yamaguchi also out playing Kurachev.
ちょっと重いかな。
重たいと思う。13.7.
Russia will probably be looking to play a slight tap on that rock there, try to get it into the back of the house so they can get another one in a good position here.
Такой же вес.
Очень много линий, это мимо.
Or they could be coming around it.
Это мимо.
Not much room left behind it though to draw to.
Calling this wide.
Что это
I
сильно?
believe they were playing for the tap. This goes all the way through, not helping Russia one bit. A call from Fujisawa. It's very quick.
Yeah, trying to now direct the play away from that side of the sheet. They'll be looking to put one into the 4-foot area onto the other side. Draw the play away from the corner.
Japan does only have 3 minutes left on the clock, so they are seemingly trying to play this end efficiently. On average, you have 2 minutes 45 seconds an end when you start, so they would definitely like to have around that for the last end.
Want to get this rock back as far as they can and as far over as they can, so that can't be used by Russia. It's good there.
Вылить не надо.
With it being wide open, Russia's going to continue to try and play around those corners, maybe try to set something up. Will eventually have to deal with that rock in the 4-foot though. They could always freeze on it.
Definitely looking a bit scary for the Russians here.
All Japan's rocks are in really good positions.
Вес.
Хороший. Контакт.
Линии больше пока.
It's like you're almost happy just to give up 2 here
Линий много.
Свип.
with how this looks
Воу,
at the moment.
скок. Легко, свип. 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 Воу.
So if Russia's second shot, then that's a pretty good shot. Looks close. I think it might be yellow though.
もう一個こっち。それか前フィール。
Что там?
Не знаю, мне кажется, красный. Возможно.
Hard to tell by the reaction of the Russian curlers if it's them or Japan.
前当たっても OK で。さっきと同じぐらい。これさっきよりちょっと曲がると思う。
Well, coming after the red, did just play the shot. 2 shots back for Yamaguchi. Pretty tough one though. You have her slightly high for line. You jam it right back on your own yells.
So that's a little heavier than what he threw in his last one.
If you could at least roll the shooter in to the 8 foot. Actually, big sweep in the end here. Gets past that guard. Wow.
Good sweep. Nice sweeping by Toyoshi.
And Team Russia in all kinds of trouble here.
Throw it and sweep it yourself.
Oh,
Yeah, that was close.
it had to be that close almost.
Yep. Yeah, in order to get it out cleanly. Great line call. Great sweep.
11.1
Russia in a whole lot of trouble right now.
同じ曲がり方だね。
セット強いかなと思って。
I believe the call is to come around that stone just played by Yamaguchi. Try and get second shot. Cut Japan down to 2.
それスイープだって思いながら、あ、でもセットした。
ちょっとこっち走るからね。相手カマ
But if this shot is not made, could be the game right here.
ロールだよ多分。
Очень изящно. Будет хорошо. Чуть
ま
пошире.
だ引っ張るからさ。
Добавь.
Добавила.
Гард.
А?
Гард.
Добавила я очень сильно.
Trouble here. Calling guard. Garachev, a little shy for weight perhaps.
Нормальный вес. Нету веса. Давай.
Needing to sweep this one.
Вали.
Don't want to tick off.
Вали, вали,
Gets it in the
вали,
rings.
да, 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 еще ниже, ниже, да, 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 да.
I wonder if he was all pessimistic with the weight call there, Garachev, because he certainly was able to bring it all the way in. And that's a pretty good throw by Komarova.
Yeah. Could be a game saver. Assume that they'll take a crack at this run back though.
Немного страшно вести не успеть.
カットで赤ってちょっと難しいね。
Are they just drawing for 2?
Oh, maybe. Looks a little bit overburied from the shot. Yeah.
Last tone, 7th end. Could have been
曲がりは遅いよ。
4 or 5, but a savior from Komarova on
Yeah.
the last one. Leaves only a draw for 2. Now this one's looking heavy though. Will it sit in time for Team Japan? It will not. And how quickly this end changed with the
Wow.
last 2 shots.
You should give her a big hug, actually. More than a high five.
Oh, Russia gets away with that one. Looked really scary. But just the 1 point means Japan is only up by 2. Definitely a chance for Russia to win this in 8. One more end to go here in Östersund. Welcome back to Östersund, Sweden. 6-4 game for Japan playing Russia in Group C. 5 groups, 8 teams per group, 40 teams in total.
ちょっとあるからね。ちょっとあるからね。
3 teams from each group goes on to the playoffs, and one lucky 4th placed team
ほぼいいよ。ちょっと
will
ある
get
から
through as well. It's been a really good game, a game that looked like could have been over in the 7th end. Japan looking good to score maybe a 5 until Komarova made a really nice draw on her last one, and then Fujisawa with a rare miss. Really the only big mistake from her in the entire game.
So a little bit of trouble with this handle here. They're just going to ask the umpires to come and check it. She's trying to reset it, and it's just flashing red on her. So she's going to want to have them take a look at that before.
Sorry.
So this is what they call a technical timeout. Clock will have been stopped.
Sorry, can you stay in hog line?
So Maria's asking for the umpire to stand on the hog line, which is the option they have if they
Yes,
can't
David.
get their handles to work. So she'll do a old school visual on the hog line here.
Just in case it doesn't work properly.
Линия супер, чуть больше, нет, супер, супер.
Liking the line here, Komarova.
Вес хороший, 4 до.
Надо.
Нет. Нет. Поднять до конца.
Стой, пупсик, стой. Пупсик.
Супер.
Nice top 4 weight.
Yeah, nice weight there.
Not thrown off by the technical timeout at all.
ちょっと
Yeah,
狭いから。
sometimes that's hard. You get into your rhythm of the game and you go through your routine and you're ready to throw, and your handle won't set properly, so then you've got to get a hold of an official to check it. So good for her to put that past her and carry on with her shot.
いいよ。
ウェイトはまあ
お
いい感じだ。いい感じだ。
ない幅はまだ履くなら軽サイズだな。
ウェイトいいよ。
もうちょい。
ゴール。いいさ、乗っちゃう。
It's a nice shot there.
ナイス。
Как он?
Так он упрется, нет?
А?
Он же упрется.
Да. Хочешь тайм-аут возьмем?
Везем. Вес супер.
Линия супер. Линия чуть больше, только вес.
Вес отличный.
Больше линии.
Вес чуть-чуть больше. Тилай.
О,
We're going to cover this back yellow here. Trying to get a steel point set up in position. Needing the backing, as of course Japan will be trying to run some rocks.
ну, сильнее, да.
Так он бы не уперся, если бы мы сделали, как хотели.
半分3分の1。
もうちょい。トップだよね。トップでいいんだよね。
Big weight from Yamaguchi. Just gets to 1. Japan lies 3.
Russia going to be trying to get one in here and behind, frozen to these, or in
Можно
front would be
Даня,
nice.
ошибка выше.
Вес супер. Отличный вес.
Линия нет, не валить. Только вес.
Вес
Только
супер.
вес.
Вес супер. Вес отличный.
Валить.
Вес отличный.
Валить.
Вес супер. Вес супер.
Валить. Свип.
Looking pretty good here from Gorachev.
Yeah, wanting to get as much to the inside as they can.
And pushes that yellow back, leaves a nice little pocket. Timeout called by Team Japan.
А он сломался? It's broke? Huh?
The time clock is frozen.
Oh,
Okay.
frozen.
Time on the computer.
Okay.
But I know you're low on time.
Okay.
Both of you are low on time. So
Yes.
do you want us to try and get it onto another clock, the time for the last?
Okay.
Otherwise, we have to tell you, and that's hard.
Okay. Another monitor.
So having a little trouble with the time clock here. It's frozen on the monitor that the players can see, but the computer itself is still keeping the time. So the head umpire here has asked if they would like to be told the time by the officials or asked for the time to be switched to another monitor.
Are you call for coach too?
Yes.
Just wait till we settle the issue with the.
So they have called a timeout. So they're just going to try and get the clock moved to
いや、ダメだ。
the monitor that
Lazy
would
じゃない。
be for sheet D because that game is over.
そしたらこれこっちしか押せないからさ。こ
So
れジャ
just
ムに
setting
対して
that
だ
up
と
first, and then they'll let
で
JD
これ
come
こ
to
こに
the
開くじ
ice
ゃん。
to speak to the players.
ノーズでもいいと思うけど。
かここを先に置いちゃうか。
うん。あれってここになるのも悪くない？でしたらヒットロール。
これはさもう出せないじゃん。
それは出せないと思う。だからもうここでもここでも
先にここに
同じやん。
置いた方がいい。
これどう？
押してこのシューターここに残って何の意味がある？
そしたらもうここの2点目が潰せるじゃん。
ああ。でもこれあるからここもともと難しいけどね。
Yeah, so as the computer was working, they will now be putting up the time that was shown on the computer.
ギリだね。
So the time that you see behind on sheet E's monitor is the time that the computer or the screen froze at. So now they've moved the time over to sheet D. So the monitor's on the sheet D monitor so the players can see. It's hard for the officials to be able to tell the players what their time is. So they've now moved it to that monitor and he's just filling them in on that now.
The timeout has then started for Team Japan.
I think just outturn draw.
I can draw?
Right to top button.
Yeah.
Top button, top four.
Yep.
You don't really want to be deep. Like it's not, because if you're heavy, they're just going to hit the red, right, into the pocket. Right. So if you come back button, they're going to hit the red this way. But if you're top button, that's perfect.
Okay.
So because if you try to tap and you split, that's not very good. So I think the stone top 8 is like perfect position right now. So just sort of outturn, top button, and just try and force.
これでもここよりはさ、
Quite a clear message from JD Lin.
ちょっと重いかな。
Come around on this left-hand side. JD Lin just making sure Fujisawa is
じゃあ時間マジないよ。
clear on their new time clock.
She's still looking at the sheet E though, so they've turned it black now, so hopefully she'll
重いと思う。
see that it's on sheet D's monitor.
And their clock will start running now, so 1 minute left for Team Japan. It'll be a little tight for time. Remembering that you only have to really get your last stone going before the time runs out.
So looking to place this top button, as Coach JD has instructed.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a pretty good draw.
Yep. So Russia calling their timeout now. Can be a little bit difficult sometimes as a player when technical things like that occur. So you've got to be able to just let it go and focus on your shots.
Просто если ты это не делаешь, мы теряем все камни.
Понимаю.
А так ты делаешь, и остается сложный бросок.
Но я не уверен, что даже если я попаду пол камня, то он встанет наверняка все равно
So
лучше,
Russia
чем
needs to
этот и
score
этот.
2
А
to
у меня
tie the
будет
game.
просто дабл. Вот если я чуть отъеду даже.
They
У
do
него
have
просто
hammer.
будет стей или ролл
Ну,
любой.
извини, на последний нет, надо уже все делать.
Ну, просто, может быть, это легче. Хотя я не уверен, что так пойдет.
Надо желтый отодвигать, больше
Да,
нет
надо
вариантов
тэп
никаких.
делать.
Конечно.
Еще вот такой что-нибудь.
Просто вот
Нет,
если мы
нет,
это не
нет,
делаем,
нет,
это
нет,
все.
нет.
Тут просто надо прям в лоб.
А что вы оттуда? Там не оттуда ничего не сделаете.
Нет, сильным вот так вот.
Не-не-не.
Но
Ну,
я
это
просто...
если потом только.
Да,
это сейчас
если
не
мы не
получится.
делаем его, это
Нет,
все.
сейчас надо сделать, но можно таким же весом, но вам надо хотя бы попробовать 2 лучше иметь. Здесь реальный бросок.
Да,
Хорошо.
реально.
Сколько вам нравится льда?
Не
Тут,
сто-
тут сильно... Ну, нет, не сильно валит.
Какой ты вес будешь делать?
4 за максимум,
4
чтобы
за?
точно
Ну, это
проходить.
почти что столько, сколько он себе
Вот так
ставил.
вот. Ты помнишь, здесь выталкивал в пауэрплей вот с такой щеткой, вот с такой. Я
Потому
держала
что если
целую
4
поляну
за
слив.
вот так вот, это не очень плохо. Ну, прям не может
Нет,
быть,
ну
у нас
понятно, что
остается
ошибка
шанс.
сюда. Если ты шире сделаешь, то это все.
Да. Окей.
Конечно, да.
4 за. 6
Спокойно,
за.
времени
6
много у
за.
вас, достаточно.
Да, времени достаточно. Мне на
Не
последний бросок.
суетитесь, главное. Все нормально.
Спокойнее, спокойнее, Даня.
No, that was Vasily Gudin. Down to have a chat. Seemed like
Если ты сделаешь в лоб, у нас будет +2.
they're going to play a tap on that shot stone, just played by Yamaguchi.
Скажи только сразу вес.
Be wanting to try and get this as much to the inside as they can, but still get by that rock in the top 4. Like to sit 2 possibly after this shot, with Japan only having 1 rock left to play.
Чуть сильней.
Оу.
Чуть посильней.
Оу.
Чуть посильней.
Очень широко, нет,
Чуть
это
посильней.
мимо.
Don't want to hit it on the outside and push it into that pocket.
Валить! До
Trying to
конца
sweep for
валить,
curl here
валить,
now.
Валить, валить,
Burachev.
валить, валить, валить. Дань, ну ошибка.
Just a bit overthrown.
あとこれだね、相手は。
So just under a minute left to play here for Japan. So they do have enough time to throw a shot here, but they don't want to take too much time discussing.
ロールロールね。
Н.
OK。
Two calls for either draw again or play the hit and roll off of the red, of course. Don't mind removing an opposition stone. It's 20 seconds. This is where Fujisawa's experience comes into play.
何？
じゃあ16秒ね。時間は大丈夫。
She'll know how much time she needs in the hack. Having a last look at the clock. No, she's good. But heart does race a little bit in this type of situation. The hit and roll is the call.
フリーフリーフリーおおおおおおお
OK。
Does not curl.
OK。
And the question, is there a shot for 2? Indeed, come around on the outturn, tap that shot stone.
Yep, back 4 weight. Just needs to be enough to move it so that you're sitting 2 at the end, so you don't have to throw a lot. Need to have enough weight to bump it, but not too much weight that you get that curl. We want to make sure that we get as much to that yellow as we can to sit 2. Just needs to move it out of the button area.
Russia has a good 40 seconds left on the clock here.
4 за максимум, как обычно кидаешь.
Made a brilliant draw in the 7th end to keep Russia in the game. Has a chance to do that here as well. Need 2 points for that extra end.
6 за.
Много линий, ой! Вау! Нет! Валить! Валить! Супер будет! Вали, Даня, вали! Понимаешь? Вали!
Все супер.
Needing the tap on this yellow, looking pretty close, and that will set for 2.
Extra end.
Great shot by Komarova again. Back to back.
It is her birthday after all. So they'll reset the clocks for the timeout. And we'll go for an extra.
6-6 after 8.
Sorry, can you stay offline? Sing.
What we start?
Extra in action here in Östersund Arena. Russia playing Japan. Just looking to reset the clocks for the extra end. We had a bit of clock trouble in the 8th where our monitor froze. We had to move the time clocks over to the other sheet where the game was concluded. We could use that screen, and now just taking a little bit of time to get everything sorted. Both teams will have 3 minutes each to play the extra end. They'll have a new timeout as well. And I think everything is sorted, so we shall get going.
So a reminder, they aren't given any more power plays. Both power plays have been used in the game. So just play out like a regular end.
Well, basically, whoever scores in this one wins it. Every other game has come to a conclusion, so only Russia, Japan out there. It'll be a very quiet affair. The only other game in the C group where Russia and Japan is playing was the New Zealand-Poland game. It looks like Poland came out on top of New Zealand, 7-6.
これ6の半分がかり。
Top 3 teams will progress. Estonia is alone on top with 5 wins so far.
Japan playing the tick again on this center guard. Oh, I thought they were playing the tick. Sorry, maybe they're playing the tap on the one in the forefoot.
Wouldn't have been a bad result. Maybe taking the guard.
Yeah, I thought that's what they were playing. They played it earlier in the game.
Although they have moved, that redstone has definitely left a big pocket for Russia.
Я кидала шире.
Хорошо.
Мне
Тогда
перевалил.
поставь чуть шире, если ты кидала
У меня
шире.
перевалил, ты видел?
Контакт. Нет, приз.
Линия супер.
Приз.
Линии чуть больше, чуть больше, чуть больше.
Приз.
Нет. Только вес.
Приз.
О,
Приз.
о,
Приз.
ничего
Контакт.
нельзя.
Looks like a little bit of a bump happening here.
See if we can maybe bump and roll on top.
Yeah.
They do.
Okay.
から先につけちゃうかついての案にはなる
OK。
どっちがいい
ドロ
うん
ー。ちょっとタップも OK。
タップでも全然
これちょっと
OK
曲がんない方ね最後。
Japan looking to freeze one on the face here.
14。
Get it in a good position where Russia will then have to try and play a quiet weight shot or a tap type shot to try and free it up.
First thought was to play the double, try and create some room. But thinking it's better to position themselves here.
Good, good.
'Cause Well, looks really nice on this.
Hey, thank you.
It's a good shot.
Что делаем?
Контакт небольшой, чтобы наш ушел, и атака осталась. Нет, он не уйдет.
Good sweep on this one. See him getting all his weight on top of the head of that broom, and nice sweeping technique.
Hey, thank you.
Quite a bit of kinesiology tape on Yamaguchi, as always. Bright colors. Also Garachev with the same.
Yeah, seeing more of that being used in curling.
Если только прям между.
Its intent is to relieve some pain, especially for chronic muscular pains,
Почему?
shoulders, knees
Если мы растолкаем, то как раз-таки у нас будет потом
in
вариант.
particular,
Просто надо это делать.
a problem in curling.
Естественно.
I also see a lot of the athletes now wearing those compression sleeves.
Если мы сыграем хотя бы
Timeout
там
for
должна
Russia,
быть какая-то
and
зона.
Vasily Gudin will make his way down again, this time at the away end. It'll take a bit longer to get there.
Нам нужно как-то толкаться здесь и оставлять зону, потому что этого сейчас нету.
Почему нету?
Потому что он останется в негатив, Василий Николаевич. Если я, конечно, попаду очень остро,
Ну,
то,
если очень
скорее
остро,
всего,
да,
вот
ты
это
попадешь.
тоже
Нет, ты
выкрутится.
можешь это потом оставить на потом, конечно. Если ты толкнешься, они вот эти тебя закроют, у вас вообще не будет бросков.
У нас будет как раз-таки вот это, потому что
Он с этой стороны закроет.
А потом мы тогда сможем через мою атаку сыграть.
Но это если ты сейчас не растолкнешь только.
Да. Просто вам нравится это?
Сейчас нет. Мне
тоже
нравится
щас
это
не
на потом.
нравится, да.
Да,
А сейчас
Давай.
толкать?
да.
Вес какой тогда?
А вам нравится
8
толкать
за.
бэклайном или... Мне нравится бэклайном, потому что даже если я коснусь чуть-чуть, он хотя бы отъедет, у нас будет шанс.
Да.
Если я пройду с гардом и нормально толкну, то у нас будет вообще...
Ты можешь, да, с той стороны можно его вытолкнуть даже.
Так, лоб чуть-чуть не давал, мне
Да, да.
нравится, потому
Нет,
что...
лоб нет.
Не, у
Чуть
них
не
есть
давал.
два. Тогда у
Полкамня.
них тоже будет двойной, но у вас там должен остаться
Да.
камень сверху.
Да.
Пока не нравится.
Нет, ну это рано еще пока.
Окей. Бэклайн. Гард самая жесть.
Да, это вообще, если что,
Нет,
просто
это
будем
не самое
валить,
же.
просто вот
Самое,
так вот.
самое плохое мимо?
Конечно. Ой, удивительно.
Все, хорошо.
Ты сейчас дро, смотри, вез, вот так вот.
So I
И он у
think,
тебя об этот камень
I heard
стукнулся.
backline win.
Это был
Понимаю.
вес.
so looking
Все
to
так вот.
try and make some room in here,
Если
rearrange those a
что,
little
будем
bit.
просто валить, чтобы вытолкать этот желтый хотя бы.
Хорошо.
Well, one thing is for sure, that Yellowstone needs to be moved for Russia to get shot stone.
Бэклайн, скажи
Окей.
сразу вес только.
Да. Sorry.
Technical timeout from Gorachev.
I think it's work. Yeah. Okay.
Wasn't sure if the handle was working properly, but thinks it's okay now.
And we have to make sure, because if it doesn't, and it flashes red, then
Много линий пока.
does get pulled, so-
пока. Мимо и свип. Валить. Свип, свип, свип. О, да, да, да. Во, 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 вали, вали, вали. Вали, 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 вали.
Супер.
Pretty good
yeah,
shot.
it's a nice shot there.
Хороший бросок, молодец.
Had to make some room to be able to
これ
get
も幅
one in there.
次最後曲がりちょっと大きいやつね
Japan will try to tap the red back and roll into the forefoot area as well. Wanting to hit this one on the nose or on the inside. Okay.
Тэп.
Фриз чуть-чуть тэп.
Этот хуже камень, этот лучше камень. Фриз.
Я
Тэп.
понимаю.
Обязательно толкнуть, лучше оставить два.
Да. Да, не если что, просто лоб. Пусть они, надо им оставить бросок сложный. Не торопись, времени есть, время есть.
Вес 4-6 за.
So freeze or a tiny tap. There's a call for Russia.
You're not wanting to move that Japanese stone too much because they want to keep it for backing, so don't want to make any room for
Вес
Japan.
хороший. Контакт.
Чуть больше линий пока.
Контакт сильный.
Оу,
Сильный контакт.
ждем, когда начнет валить. Вали.
A little heavy here from Gurachev.
Вали, супер будет. Да. Еще вали.
It's a huge tap.
Супер.
Thank you.
Works out. But have you seen him maybe overthrow a couple of stones here? Maybe the heart racing a little bit.
Yeah, line worked out on that one, though.
Coming a bit nervy out there. It's a big game.
Yeah, it's an important game in the standings for Russia and for Japan.
Супер.
Thank you.
Of course, top 3 goes through, but you'd like to be coming out at number 1. That way you play a less better ranked team from one of the other groups. You don't want to be coming through 3rd ranked, maybe play
A higher seed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Make the road a little easier for you through the playoffs. Big weight from Yamaguchi. Trying to run some Russian stones off here. Can we get all 3? 1, 2. Not quite. And Russia still shot stone, back 4.
So needing another big shot here from Maria. Need to make sure they get this in a good position so that Japan can't run that yellow back onto it.
Japan having 2 ways in at the moment. The straight draw on the intern or the tap on the yellow. I guess the only way to really take both away is to put this right on the pin.
Russia is sitting shot stone now.
Basically dead freeze your own stone here.
Yeah, or you can be a little in front of it as long as the line's okay. Basically want to make sure that Japan can't tap it at all and get shot. Want to try and get it so that if they do play that yellow, that it's going to catch your own stone on the back of the button there and stay for shot. Seen her make some great ones already today.
Yeah, it really kept Russia in the game, especially in the second half. This one's curling early, though.
Yeah, this one is really curling.
Well, maybe get the split, though. Try and choke off both turns a little bit. Actually works out okay. Makes the tap on the yellow a little bit harder, and definitely the in-turn draw a bit tougher as well.
Timeout called by Japan.
Does get something out of it. Not a good throw, but fortunate to get something.
Here comes Coach J.D. Lind to offer some advice on what he thinks. He'll take a look at these rocks as he makes his way down the sheet, see how much room they've got.
Out-turn tap seems easier.
It's definitely in a spot they've seen lots of rocks come down, so they should be able to figure out where to put the broom and what kind of weight they need for it. Don't have to move it too far, only really need to move it 6 inches. Looks like Fujisawa is wanting to play this, and she is the one throwing it, so that will be taken into consideration. J.D. Lind making his way down the ice. They do have allotted walking time for the coach to get from one end to the other, but he is taking his time, trying to give the players as much time as they can in their timeout.
Just the out-turn tap. It's a good curl on the out-turn. It's pretty much the same as like the freeze. You just need a little bit more ice because you just need to tap it just a few inches, right? Yeah. 19.
Wait, 9. Okay.
Man, just draw it.
Yeah. 7-8?
No, yeah, 7-8. Yeah. It's almost the same as the first shot, just a little bit more ice.
Yeah.
Hey, you got it.
So he agrees with Fujisawa on what they should be playing, and again, they have seen this path several times. This is the draw behind the guard for shot at the end path. Just needing to move this rock a few inches. Out-count the Russian stone in the back of the button. I suspect she'll be close on this.
all comes down to this. It's been a great game by Fujisawa so far. Just missed that one draw in the 7th end for 2. That could be crucial. But with the chance to put the game away here. And it's really needed. Japan sitting at 1 win, 2 losses. Line's pretty good, but
it's a little warm.
Is there too much weight, or does he get the tap on the red? They do.
Good shot.
Beautiful shot by Fujisawa. She's had a fantastic game. Will end on a very, very high note here in the 9th, the extra. Japan beats Russia 7-6.
Nice shot.
I was so nervous.
Nice shot.
Satsuki
that was good weight.
saying she was quite nervous before that one. Can't blame her. Only sheet out there. All eyes on just her and Yamaguchi. That was a good fight back from Russia, for sure, in that second half of the game.
Arigato. Thank you.
Let's take a look back. 6th end. Line 1 already. Team Russia drawing for 2. Maria Komarova with a very controlled draw to the forefoot. 2 points for the Russians, still trailing Japan by 1. Japan with a mistake in 7, only scoring 1 with their power play. Russia with last stone in the 8th end, needing 2 for the extra end. Komarova comes up with a big shot, gets the tap and sits for the deuce. All tied after 8 ends. And in the extra end, Russia made a little split on the guard. Made it tough for Fujisawa. Coming around on the in turn, just needing a slight tap on their own yellow. Does finish enough to tap it right onto the red. A point for Japan and a win, 7-6.
Nice shot.
Well, that certainly makes things interesting in Group C. Still Estonia at top with 5 wins, no losses. Finland, Lithuania and Russia will now follow at 3 wins, 2 losses. But Japan is right behind with 2 wins, 2 losses. So 1 more game for them to play and they could be all tied with the Finns, Lithuania and Russia. I'll be quite tight for those top 3 spots. Crucial win for Japan. Elsewhere we saw Poland beat New Zealand. So both those teams at the bottom with 1 win, 4 losses. We see Kazakhstan at 1-3. So for now, definitely seems like it will be a fight between Estonia, Finland, Lithuania, Russia and Japan. And of course, the fourth place team could go through if they have a very good draw shot challenge, but only one fourth place team will go through from the 5 groups. We have Team Japan with Kimberly Tuck, J.D. Lind.
Congratulations, JD, on a very exciting match. We saw a couple of timeouts there. Tell me, how hard is it sometimes as a coach with a language barrier to try and get the ideas across and the shots across that you want the players to play?
With this team, it's not too bad. Satsuki, me and her have been together for quite a while now, so between her English, like I kind of know which words she understands, so we have a pretty good rapport, but definitely some of the other Japanese teams, I have to you know, do a few different things, but yeah, today she understood exactly what we needed and she executed.
The communication between the two and their dynamics are seeming to come together. How do you think things are shaping into the rest of the week?
Good, yeah. They started off a little rocky, which is basically just from lack of mixed doubles experience. So they're getting used to each other in the way that they play, and you know, their styles are very different. So to kind of form their own style at a World Championship is not easy, but they're doing a great job, and I think that every game they've improved. So hopefully we can continue to do that.
Thanks, JD. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
I've definitely got to agree with J.D. Lind. Team Japan really improving. Could definitely turn a bad start into something special. More to come from Östersund, Sweden here at the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship. Stay tuned.
Good, good.
Nice shot.
I was